Tells nasty lie about Republicans, gets brutal reality check seconds later. Liberal actress Jenna Fischer has taken to Twitter to tell a nasty lie about Republicans, outraging many of her fans. However, immediately after she spread the vicious misinformation, she was issued a brutal reality check. You're going to love this. Just ahead of the Christmas holiday last week, President Donald Trump signed the GOP's tax reform bill into law. It was perhaps the best Christmas gift that he could have possibly given the American people, who will now see more of their hard-earned money in their paychecks, instead of having it taken by the federal government and spent recklessly. Despite the fact that the Republican-sponsored tax reform will be overwhelmingly good for middle-class Americans, the Democrats and their cronies in the entertainment industry were quick to condemn the legislation, many of them telling bald-faced lies about the bill. Liberal actress Jenna Fischer, perhaps best known for her role as Pam in NBC's comedy series The Office, jumped on the bandwagon, tweeting out false information in a blatant attempt to smear Republicans. Fischer tweeted Saturday that school teachers can no longer deduct the cost of their classroom supplies on their taxes under the GOP tax bill. I mean, imagine if nurses had to go buy their own syringes. Hashtag, she wrote in the now-deleted tweet, according to the Washington Times. Yes, it would be highly regrettable if nurses were expected to buy their own syringes. However, Fischer could not have been more wrong about her assertion that the GOP's tax bill prevents teachers from deducting the cost of classroom supplies on their tax return. On the contrary, the legislation will be overwhelmingly beneficial for teachers, who will now pay fewer taxes, on top of retaining the ability to write off school supplies. When Fischer learned the truth, she was forced to issue an apology and delete her initial tweet. "I made a mistake and I want to correct it," Fischer wrote in a lengthy statement posted to Twitter on Wednesday. "After reading your feedback and doing additional research, I discovered that I tweeted something that was not accurate," she continued. "I feel genuinely bad about getting my facts wrong and I'm sorry," added the actress. "I did not mean to spread misinformation. I was well-intentioned, but I was behind on my research. So, I've deleted the tweet. Because, I believe accuracy is important," Fischer went on. "I'm not ashamed to say I was wrong and I'm not ashamed to correct it," she wrote. "I was taught that taking responsibility is the right thing to do. Thanks Mom and Dad, please accept my apology." Once again, Republicans were the ones to take the high road, with Utah Senator Orrin Hatch, who played a key role in ushering the tax bill through the Senate, accepting Fischer's apology and even paying her a compliment. "Very gracious, a great example of how civil discussion can and should take place," Senator Hatch tweeted in response to Fischer. The glaring mistake made by Jenna Fischer with regard to the GOP tax bill is a superb example of the way celebrities and politicians on the left use false information to create the narrative they want. Indeed, it has gotten so bad that you can almost take any statement made by leftists, politicians and entertainers and assume that the exact opposite is true. Unfortunately, though, few people actually do this. Instead, they take the tweets and Facebook posts of people like Fischer as truth without ever doing any research of their own, and instantly, a false narrative is born. This dissemination of misinformation is dangerous, as it is being used by the left to influence voters. Fischer was right to correct herself. We can only hope that her colleagues and cronies in Congress might feel compelled to do the same. Yes, I'm talking to you, Nancy Pelosi.